trying to get the taser. Ah!
Get on the ground! Yeah!
These were the moments where cops were overpowered by suspects, starting with this case of a suspect who was so strong that the officer needed more backups.
It's really hard. I'm starting to feel dizzy. He punched me in the head multiple times. Get up!
On February 10th, 2022, a police officer confronted a man reported to have committed a crime. However, this was no average man, as the officer would soon discover.
Hey, Tom, what's going on, right? Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Put your stuff down and get on the ground. Get on the ground now. Get on the ground now. Get on the ground now. Listen.
The suspect took a fighting stance, setting the stage for an intense fight.
Taser deployed. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground, dude. You're gonna get are you gonna get sprayed? Get on the ground now. Get on. Man. Get on the ground. You hear me? Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground now. Get on the ground now. Get on the ground now. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Yeah. Get it. On the ground before I shoot you. On the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground.
John Young and Harwood.
Get on the ground now. Get on the ground right now.
Just wait for units. They're coming. Just wait for they're coming.
Somebody hurry. I'm starting to feel dizzy. He punched me in the head multiple times.
Dispatch's idea for the cops to wait for backup was excellent, especially since the suspect was clearly overpowering them at that moment. With backup officers now on scene, the officers had the numerical advantage, with a total of 4 cops present, and the fight was only bound to get even more interesting from here.
Was he already tased?
He should be by the gas station. John Young and Harwood.
Was he already tased? Is he gonna get on the ground? Do it now. Get that taser. Get that taser. Yep. Here you go, guys. Work together. Work together. Get the arm. Hey, calm down, guys. Work together. All right. I got one arm. All right. All right. There you go, guys. Good job.
The suspect was apprehended and charged with multiple offenses. While 4 cops were required to detain this man, the next suspect required no less than 10 cops before he could be stopped. On May 8th,
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 7, verse 16. His mischief shall return upon his own head, and his violent dealing shall come down upon his own pate. Kol Holayim La, Abanawa Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Bahashim Rakat Kwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the Akim out there on the highways and the byways. Salutations to the hopeful elect. Salutations to you speckled birds, you Israelite foreigners. And shalom to the Akwaf, sitting and listening in silence as the scriptures say to do so. Psalms chapter 7, verse 16. His mischief shall return upon his own head. So everything that the so-called self-proclaimed white nation has done is going to return upon their own head. Okay, so again, remember, be not deceived. The Most High is not mocked. Whatsoever a man soweth, whatever he produce, whatever he plant, whatever he's about, whatever he advertises, whatever he pushes, all right? His mischief shall return upon his own head, And the police have been fucking up, whipping people for years, man. Constantly. For years, man. All right? Do you think Rodney King was the only one that got whooped? No, man. It's been many others, man. And it's violent dealing, okay? All the violence, okay? All the unrighteous things that they have done in this captivity in Babylon the Great, aka America, man. Because this is a violent nation, man. They were made to be violent, okay? They handled problems. They resolved them with violence, all right? With the sword. That's the only way they know how to judge is by doing things violently, man. Okay, everything's a nail and they're the hammer. And his violent dealing shall come down on his own pate. And I believe that word pate goes into the definition. Salaki goes into the crown of their head. Okay, because they've been, obviously beating the hell out of you Israelites left and right for many, many centuries, man. Okay, many decades. And I'm not sure exactly, by physical appearance what this dude may be. But he was fucking these cops up, man. He was fucking these two cops up, man. He knocked the dude down. The other one, it just shows you, man. This is literally a depiction of the downfall of their rulership, man. Okay, this is literally showing you that their kingdom is is crumbling, man. All right, but all his violent dealing shall return upon his own pate, man. All right. Okay, as it says in the book of Colossians, chapter 3, verse 25, he shall receive wrong for the wrong which he have done. And this nation has done a lot of wrong. All right, so this is only going to, increase. It's only going to be amplified, man. And matter of fact, let's go to the Good News Translation, because I like how this reads. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 19, verse 2 in the Good News Translation. Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai says, I will stir up civil war in Egypt and turn brother against brother and neighbor against neighbor. Okay, so do you think that's just going to be regular citizens? No, it's going to be citizens going against the police, going against the sheriff's office, the deputies, all that, man. There's going to be no structure, no order here in Babylon the Great, man. Okay, you're literally going to see these officers. Why do you think they're going to have like the UN and these other, which they have right now? I think they have about 45 million aliens in the country right now that they're going to use to, deputize and give a law status to these people to deal with you Americans, man. Okay, because these people that come in from other countries into this land, they despise you Americans, man. They hate you. So they're not going to have no problem taking on the jobs of law enforcement, okay, of deputies, sheriffs, etc. Again, Isaiah chapter 19, verse 2 in the Good News Translation. Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai says, I will stir up civil war in Egypt. Okay, and that civil war is also going to be, involved with all types of armory, handguns, assault rifles, etc. Actual swords, machetes, knives, etc. Anything that can put somebody to death. Anything that can delete somebody, man. Because times are going to get very, very hard out here in America, man. Okay? And turn brother against brother, neighbor against neighbor. Rival cities will fight each other, and rival kings will struggle for power. And what is that king that's talking about again? Congress, state, the local governments here. Okay, that also goes into hills, different forms of power, man. Okay, and you're gonna see people struggling to get because Esau think he's gonna cause this order out of chaos and bring back order in his own way, but nah, it's the Lord's show. The Lord's gonna show these devils that they have no control. All right, and that's why you're gonna have these kings struggling for reestablishing power, man. Trying to bring order into society, man. But the people are going to be so goddamn bugged out, and the Lord's going to have the spirit in them so heavy that it's going to be no rule. It's going to be no order. All right? So let's continue on. Let's go to the book of 2nd Esdras, It's going to be a quick one. I ain't going to go too long on this. Let's go to 2nd Esdras chapter 15, I believe is what I want. And I'm going to start off at verse 15. For the sword in their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another people, and swords in their hand. And that's not only talking about, just only civil war here in Babylon and actual Armageddon, which is World War III, but that's also talking about, all the type of stuff that's going to happen here in America, man. You're going to have people literally spoiling houses for bread, water. You're going to have women that's going to be, merchandise, property. Everything is going to, it's going to be basically, as they say in the world, only the strong survive, man. Okay, because there's going to be a lot of chaos, mayhem, man. Okay, because again, you're going to have, it's going to come, because you already have right now, Salaki. Right now, as a matter of fact, you already have Pittsburgh, Baltimore, certain police departments across America that's telling people that they're not answering certain calls, man. And it's going to get to the point where they're not going to be on the streets at all. They're going to be worrying about their own families, man. How they going to survive? How they going to protect their young ones, their wife, etc., man? And again, that goes into establishing the UN and these people that's coming from these other lands. They're going to be put in positions of law to combat you Babylonians, man. Okay. For the sword and the destruction draweth nigh. Okay, and that day is here, but it's going to be amplified in the very near future. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. One people shall stand up and fight for another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men. Okay? For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, so they shall not regard the ones that sit in high seats, that bring forth laws, that have a say so in society. Congress, Senate, okay, the local governments, the actual government in D.C., the District of Columbia, okay, the president, etc. Man, all these things are going to be nonsense, void to Americans, man. They're going to be taking power into their own hands, as it's going to state. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in power. So stuff like this, you're going to see more of this. You might be going to work one day and you see a dude fighting with the police, man. Okay? You might go, be in a grocery store and see some. It could be anywhere, and anything like this could be happening. Not only with the police, but just people at the regular establishment jobs, Chipotle, McDonald's, Walmart, okay, the gas station, etc. Man. Okay, a lot of people just start taking making themselves like Judge Dredd. I am the law. I'm a proud American. This goes against my Constitution. All types of nonsense, man. Okay, but also, as you know too, because you only saw one video, but I watched like 3 of them. None of these people got shot, and like I said, I don't know exactly what this dude is. I don't know if he's an Edomite or I can't tell. But the other dudes, they were Edomites. But if that was Jake, if that was an Israelite, a so-called black man, Latino, Native, or Seminole Indian, they would have got. It wouldn't have been none of this, man. It wouldn't have been none of this. Okay, they would have laid Jake's ass down quick. Okay, let's close out here. And this is exactly what the first thing that came to my head when I saw this, man. Because again, I watched two or three videos of this, and I said, let me just go and do a real quick hit on this. Because this is going to continue to happen, and this is going to get worse. It's going to get worse. And also, too, shit. Some of these, matter of fact, I saw a video with the infamous nigger woman. She got stopped, and she went in the car, her car, and shot the police. It's going to get to that point. It ain't going to be no goddamn fighting. It's going to be, again, sword against sword, man. You're going to have people, just laying the police down, man. Okay? So this is the book of Psalms, chapter 73. Bear with me. Psalms chapter 73, starting off at verse 5. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. Because again, this would not happened to Jake, it wouldn't be no backup needed. No backup would be needed in this situation when it comes to Jake. Jake would have got popped. And I'm pretty sure y'all saw when he said, "Get on the ground or I'm going to shoot you." Jake wouldn't have got that. Jake wouldn't have got no damn warning. "Get on the ground, I'm going to shoot you." No, Jake would have been on the ground, shot, leaking out. Okay, possibly, you know, already transitioned over to the spiritual realm. Okay, it wouldn't have been none of this, man. It would have been none of this, man. If this was Jake, Jake would be, you know, body laying there waiting to go to the corners, office or morgue or whatever. Well, however they stated. Psalm 73 verse 5. They are not in trouble as other men. Neither are they plagued like other men, because, you know, they have sympathy for their own people. You know, I don't want to kill him. You know, I don't want to hurt him. You know, he's of our stock, of our blood. You know, he's a white man. We don't want to hurt a white man. But when it comes to you niggas, yeah, right. Verse 6. Therefore pride compasseth them about as a chain. What you see is a prideful statement. You know, as the Bible says in St. Matthew 5 verse 25, agree with thy adversary quickly. But what do you see in these videos? They fighting the law enforcement. They fighting the police, man. Okay? You know, they having a damn sparring match with the police, man. And fucking the police up on top of that. Jake wouldn't be able to do this, man. Again, it wouldn't be no tussle. It wouldn't be no repeating. It's soon right here. If Jake didn't get on the ground, he might, just might, that's a big might, he might have tased him. Oh, that's not gonna work, I'm gonna shoot your ass. Okay, and as soon as the dude, if it was Jake, as soon as the dude would come near the cop, his ass will be popped. He will be transitioning over to the spiritual realm. Therefore pride compasseth them as a chain, violence covered them as a garment. And what did this dude do? He got violent. Okay, look, that right there pissed him off. Now he ready. You know, the Hulk came out of this dude, man. He's fucking these cops up. Okay, and you know, the next dude, you know, it took 10 officers to get the next dude, and the next dude was smaller than him, man. But I believe the next dude was probably a retiree from the Army or the Navy or something like that. So he probably was, you know, in good health. But regardless, it took 10 officers to get him down, man. Okay? But I'm going to leave it right there, man. I don't want to wrap this up, man. I hope and I pray that this is edifying, uplifting, and informative to the true, sincere Akim wa Akwaf. And this is only going to increase. It's only going to get worse. All right? Point blank period, man. So I don't want to wrap this out. I hope and I pray that this is edifying, uplifting, and informative to the true, sincere Akim wa Akwaf. So with that, I'm just going to say, Kol Holayim La. Abanawa Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai Bahashim Rakat Kodash Watha Wada Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai Bahashim Rakat Kodash, for putting the spirit on me, my elder apostles, elder bishops, elders, brothers on down, for doing his epistles to enlighten you, to inform you, to edify you, and uplift you through the power and spirit and words of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. May the blessing and election and protection be upon you and your household. Adawan Ratazah, and to the next one. So with that, I'm just going to say, Shalom.